today we're out shooting the Mathews Triax. Now, had the bow for about a month now. And by the way, guys, if this is your first visit to my channel, go ahead and click that little red and black Rambo box right there in the corner. I think this is video 98 for me, maybe 99, but we're going to hit 100 real soon. So if you're an outdoorsman, if you love to bow fish, if you like to bow hunt, if you love archery, hey, I'm your guy, alright? So hit the subscribe, come on back and see me. Today we're shooting a Triax. I love this bow. Probably getting a little bit obsessed with this bow, to be honest. But hey, I've been accused of much worse, right? Knocking that X out every time. Love it. What makes the bow so great? I'm guessing you're watching this hoping for me to tell you why the bow is so great. Okay, there's 100 views, 101. All right, but the bow, it just performs. All right, that's all there is to it. 28 inches. If you've never shot a bow that's 28 inches. Hey, go to a dealer. You go to a dealer and they will let you shoot this bow, and the bow sells itself. That's all there is to it. The dealer that I go to, they know me quite well. I can go in there and grab anything off a shelf, and you know, they trust me enough to where I can go shoot it. I shot this bow 30-40 times before I bought it, and honestly, I was trying to find something wrong with it. I didn't put any weight on it. I didn't, you know, it just had like a whisker biscuit on it, just to, you know, for anybody could walk up, grab it, and shoot it. But to be honest, just a raw bow, it shot very well. Okay, the bow wasn't tuned. It wasn't paper tuned. It was just they center shot a rest on there, and you know, there you go. See if you like it. And without any weight on the front of it, you know, I had the bow. It was kind of jumping a little bit in my hand. But you know, that's why we buy stabilizers. All right. Man, I'm telling you, no turkey safe. I'm just gonna wreck it this year. I'm telling you. Love the bow. Let's do some high speed. Okay, let's mess around with that. Cams and limbs and everything does some funny little things with some high speed. So hey, let's give it a go. See what happens. The Triax, great. Well, shootability, one thing, but you know, how do I explain to you what shootability is? A comfortable grip that's narrow. Okay, now I've said it before and I'll say it again. The stock grip, it's not as good as a focus grip, and I'll try to show you why. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of autofocus cooperation here. Yeah, maybe. And you can see that there is no ridge right here on the back of the grip, which there is on a focus grip. Okay, it's kind of I don't know, it's got a little triangle on the back of it. But you know, I like that. I like a bow that will center right in on the lifeline of my hand, and this bow does it quite well. Not as good as a focus grip, but you know, as far as for most standard bows off the shelf, you know, this one does it quite well. I'm a big fan of a fall away rest. Okay, so on this bow, I'm sure you've already noticed, I'm shooting the Mathews style HDX, and honestly, I mean, that's my go-to. I won't shoot anything else. God big old foam targets. My arrow's dusty. But in my opinion, now, I mean, you can play with a whisker biscuit if you want to. Sorry, I done said it. But for me, the best arrow rest is one that isn't there when the back of your arrow is, you know, leaving the bow. And as you'll see in a high speed, go ahead and play it. So as you can see in the high speed, you know, that arrow rest was out of the way. We didn't have to worry about fletching clearance. We didn't have to worry about shooter torque once the knock left the bowstring. All right. So for me, a fall away or nothing else. And you know, I love a full capture, having that bar around there and everything's locked into place. I don't have to worry about where my arrow's going. I'm not a spot and stalk guy, but if I was, hey, I got it covered. All right. Sights. I'm loving this IQ. I've been shooting an IQ for a while. Get a little bit of focus, maybe. A little bit of focus. Oop, sorry. A little bit of focus. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So this is the IQ Pro. What's the matter, GoPro? You don't like me? Me and Mr. GoPro having issues right now. We're on a hate-love relationship. But yeah, so I love the IQ Pro. Anyway, loving this sight choice. One thing I will say on these short axle bows, especially the fast ones, I've got a metal peep in here now, aluminum peep. Okay, so yeah, it don't go with blue and gray, but that's what I had in a pinch. So we put a blue G5 in there, and within a couple days she started to oval out and the string was smashing it. So I will say there is a tremendous amount of force on this string because there's so much preload in the bow, and honestly that's why the bow shoots so fast, is because it's got so much preload in the limbs. But yeah, you're going to have a aluminum peep in your bow, no matter what. But honestly, if you get to shooting this IQ and have somebody help you set the dot, you know, center the dot for the perfect shot, you can actually eliminate the need for a peep. And I've done that. I'm not doing it right now because I want to be as, you know, micro adjustable as possible, because I'm, you know, going halfway across the country to try to hit a spot about this big on a Merriam turkey. So I don't want to give up any of my handicaps right now. I want that peep sight, but the back wall on this bow, I mean, I can't overdraw it if I wanted to. The cams, we'll go ahead and finish this off. The cams, this cross-centric cams go right here, okay? See that sticks up right here? Okay. When that rolls around, it comes in contact with the cam, and that makes a tremendous solid back wall when you go to draw. The cams come in half-inch adjustments. All right, so manipulate whatever draw length you need, half-inch adjustment, and then make your D-loop a little longer, a little shorter to get that quarter-inch adjustment, and you'll be good to go. I guarantee it. As far as string angle, okay, I shot a 28-inch bow before. In my opinion, the Z7 Extreme was my probably all-time favorite bow up until I got this one. But string angle for me isn't really an issue because, well, I don't know, it's just not. But if you'll notice, I have a really low anchor point. When I come to draw, I put my knuckle right here underneath my earlobe, and then I set my nose right on my string, as do most people. We're going to go ahead and get rid of this one. Okay, but that moves my peep sight, you know, probably probably a good 8 inches up the string. I mean, I'm a big guy. I got a big old fat melon on my head, or on my neck, but you know, I shoot a really low anchor point. So, you know, it wasn't an issue, but as you can see, my serving is here and my peep sight's here. But anyway, love the bow. I have no additions right now as far as noise. I've got a good shotgun mic on top, and of course I live next to the highway, all semi trucks. But so what you're hearing is what you're getting. I'm talking normal. That is a good dynamic shotgun microphone, and it is pointed directly at me. It's approximately 24 inches away. Okay, now when we change the angle of the camera, and I'll put you about 10 feet in front, okay, when you're hearing sounds coming from the bow in this direction versus hearing what I'm hearing when I'm shooting a bow, hearing the deflection from the sound off the limbs, it does make a difference. Okay, the bow's quiet anyway. It comes with monkey tails, okay, on the string, but really there's no need for monkey tails on the cables. The arrows I'm shooting are 417 grains, 350 spline, 13% FOC. That's a 50 grain brass insert in the front, 100 grain points, Carbon Express Maxima Blue razors, and you know, that's pretty much it. So that's a lightweight arrow. It really is. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna back all the way up to the barn here and give you a full 10 feet. But you know, there is a sound difference. We'll wait till this car goes on by. But there is a sound difference in your bow versus what you're getting off the limbs from behind you and what the animal is hearing downrange. Now keep in mind, you're only 10 feet away. Okay, as you can see, that's much quieter, just a little bit. But you know, I'm against a metal barn. Everything's going down the road. But you know, imagine the difference when you're in the woods or when you're in a blind. What you hear from a bow may be much louder than what an animal hears coming, you know, 15 plus yards away. So y'all stay safe. Have a good spring if I don't see you. Like I said, this is video like 98, so go ahead and sub and carry me on through video 100. It's right around the corner. We'll see you.